Want to give tell us your name?
Wow.
Wave.
My name's Ken, Carolyn,
Where you from?
Deal, Maryland.
Oh. So we're pretty far away from you.
Well, how'd you find out?
He drove by here and seen the place before, and so we came to see what's about.
Bob Zullick, Annapolis, Maryland, same thing. Drove by and thought it was interesting.
Why'd you drive by here? From
Annapolis.
yeah.
So, where we are, talk.
I had a general question. The Amitabha Buddha
Amitabha, yeah.
that we just chanted, is that the same as Pure Land?
Not same, but Pure Land on.
Pure Land's on.
On Pure Land, yes.
Yes.
That means on lotus flower. Lotus flower. The lotus flower sutra, that's main. Lotus flower means every Buddha's, Bodhisattva, Bodhisattva's, God Maharaj, all this on lotus flower. Lotus flower growing in the water, root in the muddy, but never be contaminated by water and mud. Also, flower and fruit at the same time, they're located. In other words, never be contaminated by any disease, any suffering, any sickness, any provide. That's free from. That's what we're practicing. The practicing on Nirvana mind, not mindfulness. Mindfulness hell, present hell. Also emptiness, fatality hell, both of them. You don't practice hell, you practice heaven. Heaven only has 4, right? Jain heaven 1, Jain heaven 2, Jain heaven 3, Jain heaven 4. Only 4 exists. More than 4, that's not heaven. Also less than 4, that's not heaven either. Also God, if there's egoistic, no personality, no exist. Am or I am, we are, non-exist. And then separate individuality. There's one God or 2 gods, 3 gods. That's not God, that's mind Maharaj. You believe in God, believe in mind, that means that mind gotta be get over. That's how we talk. There are two branches. One in your own justice to supreme enlightenment. That's called right Dharma. Right Dharma. Not wrong Dharma. Right Dharma eyes called symbolized eagle eyes. Eagle means that your spirits. Everybody has spirits. That's one flower has 5 petals. That's genuine means. Then another branch is you got highly beautiful Nirvana mind. Buddha raised one flower, and Mahakasapa smiled. He told entire 100,000 people, I have right Dharma eye and Nirvana high beautiful mind, transmitting to him. There's two parts, right? The Nirvana highly beautiful mind is called low house, higher house. Low house, high house, the senators and representative, the two houses. That means Anyuttara Samyak Sambhari means. Low house, Nirvana palace, the low house. Or Nirvana prophet, that's a low house. Higher house, that means the Nirvana daylight. That's together. That make constitutional representative as democracy. Bodhidharma preached that in China. China emperors denied it. I cannot give him my praise. Therefore, he just gave up. That's at that time, 5th century. If Chinese accepted that China will set up as democratic country. They didn't do it. They blew out. That after 1,200 years, 500 twice and half, three times, almost half, and 1,700 later, United States start from democracy, but didn't successful right away. Took many years. 200 years took until World War II, World War I, World War II. After that, they succeeded. They set up correctly. 5 time zone in 50 states, and then legally set up democratic politician on earth, first time. Therefore, faith, mind ground, faith is prime enlightenment. Mind ground, mindfulness. Unless enlightenment, we don't call this Buddhism. It's not enlightened one, mindfulness or emptiness in mind, we don't call Buddhism, unless enlightenment. Prime enlightenment and supreme enlightenment, both. You gotta know that, otherwise you blow out yourself. Don't blow yourself out. There's a genuine, the Dharma means right Dharma. One flower has 5 petals. The spirit matters. One who understands spirit self called enlightened nature, Buddha nature. One who doesn't know that enlightened called soul trainer, spiritual world they called. Spirit matters. That's not it. That's their hell in. Present hell means the mind world. Mind over Nirvana called prime enlightenment. Therefore you can operate mind freely. And then heaven and God over attain Nirvana daylight, called supreme enlightenment. That's called Anyuttara Samyak Sambhari. Get it? Also another one, right Dharma, and on justice. You know justice, right? Your own time. Not in time, not in no time. Time means form world. Timeless means emptiness. Both of them can get over. They're called justice. Justice, on justice to supreme enlightenment. Supreme Court has 9 members. 9 Amalia consciousness. They're clear too. That's very important. Lower house, higher house, they're not house burning. That's save entire sentient being's life in attain enlightenment. Otherwise, one God or 2 gods or 3 gods, many gods, none of them can save anybody. Everybody in hell. Look at the world, who civil war going on Middle East, many years. They're killing. Now they're using nuclear weapons. They're loud. This means, get it or not?
You mentioned 4 Zen heavens?
4 Zen heaven, only. Less than 4 Zen, that's not heaven. More than 4 Zen heaven, that's not heaven either. That's definition. Definition of heaven, definition of God, both of them. It's already done. All the scripture well done. Tripitaka describes it well enough. Or Kumarasava translates perfectly, yes, into Chinese. And others, Pali, Tibetan Pali's, the wishy-washy, they're not clear about heaven and God. Like a Lama going on. Lama, that's not it. Horse going, white horse going in China, that's not it. Only water buffalo route. One buffalo has 2 horns. Yeah. Clean. Make up yourself clean state. Otherwise, someone step on the tail. You feel ouch. Please, you're free to ask any questions. If you have any doubt, freely let it out. We watch for you, clean up for you.
I have many friends who've done meditation for decades.
Mm-hmm.
And the meditation, I see the effect of it as far as calmness and their interaction. But there seems always a spot where it doesn't grow.
Meditation means thinking about thinking of. In other words, philosophy. This availability of thought, thinking of human thought, that belongs to time exists. Time bomb. Time bomb blew up any time. Also, there's no time, there's emptiness. Time and emptiness, both of them you gotta get over. They call the justice, one time. They call it Zen meditation. Zen meditation that you have definition of heaven, definition of God, definition of you are free from time and no time. Both of justice, yes.
Okay.
That's a lead you, yeah. Good. Good to have you. Which heaven you belong to? You'll ask you. Zen master and tables, sometimes 100 and 200 of them sitting together, they ask a question. You are which heaven you belong to? How come you hesitate?
I don't belong to any heaven.
If too late, if time bound you up. Huh?
I don't think I belong to any heaven.
He said he doesn't belong to any heaven. And then why we're talking of the heaven?
But I don't belong to any hell either.
He doesn't belong to hell, not heaven.
It's my heaven.
Huh?
It's my heaven.
My heaven. But why?
It's a system of thought, isn't it? To describe anything as being heaven or hell or a duality, it's not correct.
In order to do that, you got to prove. For instance, what is it? For instance, what for?
It's unnameable. That's the problem.
Huh?
It's unnameable. And
It's
my
nameable,
mind
yes,
cannot-
clear. We studied, very clean cut. We say, Bodhi tree, definition of mind is a Bodhi tree, enlightened tree. Tree means wood. Jan wood. Jan wood means English Hollywood. Hollywood means
There's a
only action.
fire element in the what?
No, only action. Say action.
Action.
Yes, action. That action in fire wood, in a fire element in the wood. Only you rub it, there's a smoke come out, fire element comes out. By thinking of meditation, by analyze science, you can't. Only action. That's called Jan wood. Yes, why you didn't say so? That's a very, very important. That's called Jan wood mirror. You know mirror? Look at yourself, mirror. Just Jan wood mirror, same. Old mirror called. Very, very old. BC 623.
Doesn't it depend on what kind of action? It's got to be right action.
That action means second heaven, Jan heaven.
Well, that's what I
Second.
was wondering, because
Called the Yama heaven. Name called the Yama heaven. First heaven called Tori heaven. Third heaven called Dosal heaven. Fourth heaven called Tawa, freedom of mind. Tawa Jajachanya.
what was the first one? I wasn't here last week. I think this is why I'm...
That's
Oh, no,
your
it wasn't
your
mentioned
fault.
last
It wasn't
Don't
last
ask me, we did.
Okay.
You did, right? You didn't come, that's your fault.
As soon as you lose.
So we didn't come, that's why we're not in heaven.
Sometimes you just self blow out. Balloon you go going out and so to blow out. Don't do that.
So freedom of mind is considered a heaven then? Is that...
Freedom of mind, you gotta prove it. Just say freedom of mind, then anybody can say so.
Well, that's, I think, what Kirk was saying, was that if any when you open your mouth, you're already
What kind
wrong.
of mind could it be? We call this Nirvana, freedom of mind. Nirvana mind. Nirvana calls triple emptiness. Justice means double emptiness. Harvard professor, he taught in Japan, justice, first emptiness is false. No Japanese open mouth for that. That means there's no Zen in Japan. That's proved. That means yes.
So triple emptiness then is the same as Zen wood.
No difference.
Okay. Then
The same.
I understand.
Triple emptiness, three kayas, and four wisdom. The same. All same. 3 by 3, 9 called. When you prove that. 3 by 3, 9. 9 means Amali consciousness.
Why are you trying to have 4 stages of heaven? I mean, heaven is a state of mind. So,
Not necessarily mind. Heaven only attainable. Attainable, you are free of Zen.
what
Zen,
does-
Zen means absolutely no thought. If there's thought with Zen, that's not called Zen. Meditation is not Zen. Zen with meditation, that means your thought stopped it. Your consciousness thought, no more thought. Stopped it. Essence of your thought, essence of all forms, that is Nirvana.
but then it can't be numeric numbers of form.
That's what they called essence of forms. Any forms, essential. Essential means emptiness. This form, anything, make crash, make dust, after they blow out, nothing there. But blow out emptiness, there you got to open it. Open emptiness. There is you can see it. Enlightenment, you can earn it.
So
That's
there's,
why meditation to do.
so there's a difference between yama, heaven, and freedom of mind? Or is that all
Not
the
just action, yama, only action. Action means you earn, Zen meditation, you get into it, that word. Because you proved triple emptiness. Triple emptiness, always nirvana emptiness, yes. And the double emptiness, always parajuna emptiness. All parajuna emptiness, triple emptiness, they're on emptiness, not in emptiness. Get it? You're in means you felt already. I believe in God, you believe in mind. One mind means this. You're on means you're surfing. You're not failing. You're operating, yes.
So triple emptiness is form. Triple emptiness is form.
It's not form. Neither emptiness. We call it essential form. That's it.
On that form. If it's
Essence of form. Essence. Essence.
but that's form.
Essential. No. You get over form and essence, or root of form. Either way. You got to prove that. Otherwise you could hesitate. When you hesitate, you're gone. Gone is blew up.
So the essence will always be Zen wood.
For instance, you bring up Zen wood, but essence means fire element wood. There is fire element, but there's no. But there is, but there no. That's absolutely, you can say there is or you're wrong. There's no element, you're wrong too. You got to do that well enough. Otherwise, someone step on your tail. Yeah. You're on
But there is
justice.
thought.
Huh?
There is thought.
There's no thought. If there is thought, nirvana thought, right thought. That's correct.
One thought.
Right thought, yes. Proved thought. That's it. Right thought, not wrong thought. That's very, very sensitive, very, very highly independent, highly proved enlightenment. That means, nirvana means final wisdom light, daylight. Daylight?
Yeah.
It's
Genuine.
nice
Genuine.
day. Genuine.
But once that's realized, there's no slipping back, right?
If there is sleeping bags, that's your self-fault. You're surfing all the time.
Right. So the self is
You're
still
on.
there.
You're on. Switch on, that means light on. You switch off, that means light off, but still on.
Yeah.
Power is on, but you just switch off.
So emotional mind is in supreme enlightenment is still hovering in the background, can be switched on.
Immobilized.
It's immobilized.
Immobilized.
But it's still there.
Essential your
It's
nature
there.
is.
It's present. It's there.
Of course,
Yeah.
forever.
Forever.
Eternal light, eternal life. There's a tea party.
And it can be tempting. You say, come on back in. I mean, it has.
You're not going to do that. Someone cut your finger off.
Doing that to me all the time.
But you already did it, right?
What?
But we already did it.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, the sense, even in supreme enlightenment, the senses are still operating, but they're not stealing, like we say, they're thieves, right?
No such a thing. Stealing or no such thing. Stealing or taking advantage or anything to do nothing. Only truth, reality, truth of yourself, and all dharmas too. All forms. It doesn't matter any forms. This form is form. Form is hallucination, not real. That's dream world.
But one in supreme enlightenment is still perceiving through the senses, but is
Not perceiving. It's
well,
already
the senses are still active. the
immobilized.
neurons are firing.
essential light. Some of us, three pillars of Zen or some going on. Those things, they put him on form with it. That's not it. Formless. Formless, triple emptiness. Yes.
So all the senses that Jim's talking about
Yeah.
there,
Come on.
Sorry.
Young. It's all right. No problem.
so all the senses in this supreme enlightenment are
No,
basically
you can go
irrelevant. They're just
Eight
irrelevant.
different places functioning.
They function differently.
Functioning. Immobilized light. It's specific on you, and 8 different places on. In face, you have 5 senses, all right? That's 5. And there's 3 of them. One in when you are before born, we call it in they call it God. And after born from we call the human body, life body. Body, you go on 2 hands, arms, hands moving, 2 legs moving, walking, yes. That's called 8-braced functioning, but you don't know it. We don't know it. 8 different places functioning all the time, but we don't know yet.
8 place functioning.
Yes, eight,
Eighth consciousness.
not necessarily consciousness, 8 places.
8 plates. Okay.
Yeah. We call the 8 right thought.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that related to karma?
No, not at all. If there's related karma, we don't call this right place.
Then what is functioning?
What functioning?
What is functioning? then?
Immobilized light, daylight.
And the functioning has 8 aspects?
Aspect,
Ways,
come on,
path,
always essential. Always. Essential or root of form. The root or opening emptiness self. Emptiness, you gotta open it. Emptiness is not emptiness. Emptiness block yourself, cover you up. A cocoon covered up by worm is covered up with cocoon. The same thing. They think that's cozy inside. Mental problem people is covering up all the head and all, hiding in the ground all the time. Open eyes, all those things come up.
So the 8 essences, how can we describe them?
You can. You just did it by hands. Just walk in by yourself. Alright?
It's our nature.
Yeah.
So even the karma is just a function of nature.
Karma.
It's a function of nature as well.
Karma means already your mind stick into it. Chewing gum stick into your shoes.
Right.
They can't get out.
so you're kind of trapped in the hallucination when you
Hallucination.
discuss karma.
Hallucination, yeah. It's the shadows. Look at Shady Grove. Shady Grove Road is shade. And then look at the mirror, you see somebody inside there, that's called Shady Grove. That's not real, because you are not real, that's why they show up.
Could you talk a little more about the distinction you're making between meditation, as we ordinarily think, and Zen meditation?
Right.
It's a sharp distinction, but it's still
Meditation belongs to philosophers. Think about thinking of. Thinkable. Your mental will be able to reach it. That's called meditation. And unable to reach your thought, we call the Sumeru mountain. The mountain top, they call the emptiness. That emptiness, you gotta open it.
So would you say that meditation as brought to America before Zen is a different kind of meditation than Zen? What's
That's the Indian meditation.
Indian meditation with mantras and
Yeah, all
chakras and all that?
Yes, the gurus going on like billions of hairs guru long bird, grown, long hair growing, and then try to, get over everything. But that's not it.
But in Zen, we have mantras or chanting and koans and watching
Koan
breath.
practice is false, we call it.
Huh?
Misleading. Koan practice
Is misleading. Yeah.
misleading, yes. That's Chinese people that made it.
But mantras.
Mantra is truth, yes.
Mhm.
The Tibetan meditation that goes mantras, they do wrong way to mantras, not right. Called mandalas. This is a great mantra, vivid mantra, highest mantra, incomparable mantra. 4 of them that come out. That's correct. But the other ones, Tibetans, sand grain, they make all the forms and throw away to them. In the genuine, this mantra means you're writing character in the water. You write the word, you don't see it.
Mhm.
In the sand, it means that's not yet. That's not yet mantras.
There's no trace.
There's trace, sand means.
No sand, but in the water, no trace.
No trace.
No trace in water.
Bird fly in air,
Right.
no trace. That's what genuine mantra is.
So is Zen meditation simply stopping the mind? That's it. The mind stops. That's Zen meditation.
No, that's death.
Mind stopped, you killed yourself. Suicidal. Don't kill the mind.
Well, I thought you said that.
Get over. Okay, so,
Get over.
mind get over.
Get
In
over.
order to operate mind, you killed your slave. Mind is your slave. How you don't get over mind, you slave of mind.
So mind keeps going on in its ordinary sense, but you're
Leaking mind.
on.
We call it leaking mind. No more leaking mind.
No more leaking mind.
That's called Nirvana mind.
I see. That's the mind doing whatever it
That's
wants
right.
to do. That's
Right.
leaking mind.
Right.
But in
When the mind leaks, you gotta get sick, bodily sick, the body turn into general hospital. Your mind turn into NIH prescriptions, yes. They make any disease.
I'm going to retire soon. So. With all this. You sure won't be able to do that.
Oh, that's what it means, yes. That's what it means.
So Master Shin, when you see the mind leaking, what you mean when you mean
Mind
there,
leaking means that
really is
you cannot control mind.
right. You follow the mind,
No,
other than mind follow you.
you get a mind. In a Zen wood, you control the mind.
Right.
And you with Yama, heaven with only action.
Mm-hmm.
Zen wood, Hollywood action. Don't only action, you make mind obey it for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's called prime enlightenment. When the prime enlightenment done, fatality is gone, and then divine eye open, divinity, heaven eye open, and the 3 manifest right over you carry. You get it, feels great. You get something in your hands.
Three hands.
Just free hands, yes.
So you said about open emptiness. That's where you attend
Open
the
emptiness,
treatment.
that's the most important.
Mhm.
Once you get a sense of form, that means you're opening emptiness. Justice means same thing. Justice means emptiness, you open. That turn into justice on time. There's time, there's no time, both of them get over. That's justice means open emptiness. That's what we call the double emptiness.
Double emptiness. When you open
Called,
empty.
yes, they call it double emptiness. But on Barajuna called. Barajuna means wisdom. Wisdom, body of wisdom is emptiness. It's very, very sensitive emptiness. So many emptiness. It's so many garbage. It's an emptiness, not garbage. But you get through it, turn into treasure. Everything you breathe in, breathe out, carbon. Carbon let it out. Use carbon take out in the factory, planet, turn into diamond, everything. Your clothes and our food, everything come carbon.
Right. So, what's the relation between you open emptiness or break emptiness compared where you're saying on emptiness, not in emptiness?
On emptiness.
So that sounds like two different
In
actions
means
there.
you're not enlightened yet.
Mhm.
In means You
have-
believe
you
in
have to
God
break
or
that.
believe in mind, that's the same thing. We call it mindfulness. Get over, mind over, prime enlightenment. Therefore, you operate mind.
Being in emptiness is still a leaking mind.
In emptiness, yes, you are leaking. Everything, whole thing leaking. You gotta call plumber first. You cannot handle it.
On emptiness would be immobilized mind.
Yes, immobilize. Immobilize daylight. Anything
Shin, what is the difference between nothingness and emptiness?
same, void or same. They're same. We call the same garbage. Throw it away with your money. The trash taker, they don't take it to your trash unless you pay.
Right.
That's what it is. Meditation means garbage. Zen meditation means you're in heaven, on justice. You have sharpest knife, sword, chimori, we call it chimori. That's sharpest knife itself, that's called Zen. Not knife itself. Knife itself is a weapon, killing somebody. Killing animals, killing vegetables, all knife do that. But sharpest one, you save everybody. Get it?
My big ongoing question is if enlightenment is so natural, why isn't it so obvious? Why does it seem like people are struggling to realize their enlightened nature?
Because people are so slow.
They're so slow. Why are people so slow?
Say why?
Why?
Because they have a desire and anger and stupidity.
Okay.
Poisoned, self-poisoned. Mind
Yes.
means self-poisoned mind is.
Yeah. I can keep asking why questions indefinitely. Why has that come?
Keep going. You give this
Why?
only why, six whys.
But it's
Not more than
endless why questions, right? I mean,
Huh?
Maybe why is not it's not a question. Maybe it's, you don't ask why. It simply is suchness, and part of it being in where we're at now is such as it is. It's not different than essence of mind. It's just another manifestation of essence of mind, and that's where we're at.
mhm,
Because you don't take Yama Zen, Yama Heaven Zen.
mhm,
You don't take Hollywood. Take action.
mhm. Take action.
Yes. Take action, you can own.
Mm-hmm.
No action, you're in.
Yeah, yeah,
And what is action?
Heaven,
yeah.
It's Zen meditation is action.
Zen meditation.
The
Move-
practice is action.
Move from
Zen
nirvana
means, Zen means
consciousness.
enlightened. Yes. Zen means
Immobilizing your mind is actually
already get over.
is action in an odd sense.
Right. Meditation self you cannot prove it.
Yeah.
Philosophy cannot prove it. Even Bible you look at, philosophers always table covers. Top of that, God put him on. There's still that God in God. That's not on God.
But there
Not
isn't.
on justice.
Is there any connection between science and religion? I mean, these things seem to be pointing toward our enlightened nature, and those of
Well,
us.
science is like a cock. Cock ticking out all the time.
Yeah.
All the ticking out, they mess up all the air and the water and everything messed up. You think they helped us?
But I see science as a form of meditation. A concentration on particular aspects of the universe, and for the scientist, it's a quieting of the mind.
They should be quiet and then can attain it, rather than disturbing everybody's
Yeah.
life. They make nuclear energy, they
Yeah,
make everybody's nervous. They can shrunk. World is shrunk, not bigger,
Yeah. It's
because of
true.
science.
Because of science.
Yes, world is smaller.
I have a question. I've practiced martial arts for many, many years, international, national level, judo. And I, at a point, be able to compete and not have any thought of what's going on. It's just the body acting.
Martial art means is not offense, the defense. That's genuine art means. Genuine art means always defense. Defense with life. Offense means, like a Japanese military offense.
Invasion.
Invasion. Someone's life invasion. They invaded, they come in, take Hawaii, they claimed, this is our land. They never say, we make war for you. That's World War II started from it.
When a Japanese fires an arrow at a target, are they still committing offense though? I mean, it's just it's like physical education, right?
That's not education. Physical education doesn't mean killing someone's life,
At a target.
disturbing someone's life.
Not disturbing.
You go
anyone.
at school, they're bullying students. They are not students. They're outlaws. They got to take it out from school. So it's martial art. Offense is not martial art. Defense. Peaceful.
Tai Chi.
Yeah.
Tai Chi doesn't
Tai Chi same.
hurt anything, does it?
Tai Chi is not better than martial art. Martial art at least art. Tai Chi means stupidity and action, acts, kicking behind the legs all the time.
Well, what's the difference between, say, Tai Chi and Judo then, in that sense? I mean,
Just sport.
they're both sport.
It's sport. Yeah. Sport means young generation growing strong muscles. Take illness out.
I think I can
Sometimes-
relate to the
sometimes they
question that
injure
this gentleman had about in sport and in trying to do Tai Chi, and he does Judo. There can be moments or long periods of time when there is no thought.
Yeah.
When you are simply, there is action, but no thought. It comes from an immobilized place. And they're sometimes not even aware of it. There's not even awareness of it. I don't know if I don't mean to speak for you, but that, I think maybe he was asking whether or not that is the type of immobilized mind you're talking about.
You have to move your body to get there. Like music, you have to play an instrument, right, in order to experience that feeling of the stopping of thought. How's that any different than
No.
meditation?
Thought is not necessarily stopping, but thought is calm down first.
Right.
Divers come down into water first, and then they start swimming. Like a submarine.
You can have mobility with an immobilized mind. I think that's you can have, there is action within immobilized mind.
That's not an immobilized mind, though.
It is immobilized
No,
mind.
you're not going to
No.
try to prove the immobilized, essential mind is already you have it. To try to get it, that's disturbing yourself and someone else too.
But even in action, there is a mobilized mind.
And you
It's still
believe
your
in
mind.
mind, you get into that much.
Some
It's,
of the things
it's
about
your
sport
intuitive
is-
mind. It's still your mind. You're not in emptiness.
Still, you get over mind. Yes.
You're not in emptiness.
I thought at that moment there's no self anymore,
Right.
and what really function is your
That's right.
immobilized mind.
No more self. Yes. Selfless,
Right.
egoless. Yes.
I think that's what he was
It's a
experiencing.
function of the immobilized mind. Right.
I think that's what he was experiencing. That's what I've experienced, is that there's no self. There's no ego,
self, yes.
and yet you are still in the midst of an action.
Come on.
No.
What is it?
When you describe it, it sounds like self already in there, but for people who are just practicing, at the moment there's no self.
Yeah.
At that moment, it is a function of immobilized mind.
Right. Just like the earth spinning.
Right.
Yeah. Same thing.
It doesn't have to be Tai Chi or
Essential
martial art. I'm
organs.
drinking
Right.
the water, self, just concentrate drinking the water. That's a function of my immobilized mind, the function of my nature, Buddha nature. As I was describing, it sounds like
That means
myself.
that
already in there,
you're
but-
doing martial art or not, no difference. Another word you say. Then you gotta be different. Sport is sport.
Well, sports have rules, so to play a sport,
What do you mean
need a
rules?
rule, right?
Steve, I think it's similar to that story you were telling when you said you saw a dog
Right.
get hit when you were a boy.
You
and
just
Yeah.
You didn't think it was just like, this is what it's right mind,
This is
right
right.
thought, right action. It's just,
Yeah, right.
this is what I need to do. And you didn't even think you just bang, sprung into action. And then maybe afterwards, in hindsight, you were like,
What
Just
did I
ran
do?
into traffic and
Right.
screwed up a dog. Like, right, but
Right.
that's what,
Yeah.
it
yeah.
was just nothing. It was just your natural instinct. Like, this is what needs to happen. And so that's what,
in that scenario, I believe it's a function of karma. Again, karma is a function of immobilized mind.
right. Okay.
But karma is a function of memory.
Karma is hallucination,
Hallucination.
But it's memory.
memory.
Yeah.
Right memories you do,
So-
right
but it-
thought is.
But it's not an emptiness state. It's still the physical mind. Physical mind has a memory. That's where your karma comes from.
Well, right memory, you can contain it, yes.
But karma still springs from all that is. I mean, it still springs from emptiness. Karma still is rooted
in
in
other words,
emptiness.
deception, yes.
Yeah, it's inaccurate, but it's
Not will.
not complete, but it's still rooted
That
in
is,
emptiness.
that is dream world, yes. But dream world is currently, you need samadhi.
Hmm.
But karma is not an emptiness.
Yeah, stupidity and emptiness, yes. Karma is stupid.
Karma is not empty, but karma is a function of your immobilized mind.
Right.
Immobilized mind at the time is misled by your mind.
That-
Then result in karma.
You
So
don't-
it's still reflection of your function of your immobilized mind.
So it
You
exists,
don't
you just have to get over it.
You have to
Right,
recognize
Master
at that
Shin?
moment you were misled by your mind.
Right.
There's no you in the mind, in emptiness. So it can't be a function of your
Right,
empty mind.
karma
Yeah,
is your mind. to you,
essential
right?
mind
That's the
is
difference.
immobilized.
Karma is
Nirvana
form.
itself.
Karma is form, and form is emptiness.
Mhm. So hallucination lead to you turn into enlightened body, yes.
And that's why you have to get over both form and man
You know,
emptiness.
the ground fertilize well. Well fertilized ground make a lot of vegetation nicely. Same system, yes.
Hmm.
Nuclear energy turn into everybody happy to have, easy have the power itself. But sometimes it turn around weapons.
Sometimes it turns around.
Into weapons, yeah.
Weapons. That's destroys everybody lives. That's higher definition to reality, highest wisdom matters. Yes. Smart, yes. Stupid cannot do it.
I found myself operating more and more spontaneously without thinking. I don't want to say it's nirvana energy, but then in the middle of it, the self kicks in and says, "Oh my God, Jim, what are you doing?" I mean, I'm doing things spontaneously without thought and just sort of in the flow. And then the sense of self rises and said, "What are you doing? Where did that come from?" You know.
No,
What-
you can get over, emotional knowledge. You can get over.
You can get over.
Yeah, you can do everything perfectly. Yes.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
user bone arrows shot at
Yeah.
covering eyeball
Yeah.
and the shooting perfectly.
Yeah.
The cross eyes, pinching somebody. You can the right, center. You can hit it. Yeah. So
Nice.
that's the emotional functioning. It's hallucination. Yes.
That's the type of meditation that we should focus on in daily life, isn't it? Without interfere of self.
Usually, this emotion interfere to yourself
Right.
first. Yes.
Right.
That's why you get over that one. That's what we call mind over.
So once you get over, basically you're saying
That's
don't
very
pay attention to the
safe
self.
word. Nirvana is forever safe.
Mhm.
But before that, disturbed mind is a lot of risk.
Mhm.
That's why you can't lead with
The
emotional
dualities
mind.
are depends.
Mhm.
There's time, there's no time, there's so many things. Dualities one.
In the Heart Sutra, there is a phrase that says, there is no gain,
No gain.
and then therefore no hindrance in the mind
Mhm.
and no fear.
Yeah.
Could you explain the connections
That's
between these things?
Nirvana, yes.
Right.
You swim into it. You swim top of water means you're surfing. As long as you're surfing, you don't feel in water. But if you get into water, water is not water. water is only H2O. They're not liquid, they're air. The carbon and oxygen. That you're on water all the time. Human life, we are on water all the time, not in water. In water, you're already sunk into a emotion world, form world. The
Water
dream.
is a concept, a construct.
You fell in, yes. In means you fell in.
So that would be a hindrance? Is that what the hindrance is?
That keeps you bodily, mindily sick, and life is a poverty life.
Yeah.
And no gain. What's no gain?
No gain.
What's no gain?
Absolutely,
attachment.
absolutely. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose either.
Mhm.
Yeah, gain is an attachment too. Then,
Nothing became
If the
nothing.
Nothing
gain
again.
means you're in the emotional mind,
therefore, you forsake all suffering.
desire
What's the
mind.
connection between hindrance and fear? No hindrance, therefore no fear.
Can you say
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
hindrance and fear?
You hinder, you get fearful.
Fear is
They are chained each other. They are chained.
Why?
You hindrance gives rise to fear.
So hindrance
This is
is
why.
associated with desire and fear.
Fear makes you hinder. Fear is what makes you hold back.
Hopefully you can get
Yeah.
out from there. You changing, self-changing, you're safe. That's not safe. You change, as long as you change it, it means you sooner or later get out. Fish in the water and that bite, fish hook, get out from water. Don't do it. That's we call it self-suicidal. Self-killers called in mind, in God, in heaven, we are always on. On means you're unhooked, unhookable. No matter what is unhookable.
So ego is the hindrance in a sense. Ego is a hindrance.
Oh, you can say it. If there is ego, yes. There's no ego. I don't see any ego there. Only Jim, only Andy, you might see. No ego, egoless. Right? On justice.
Justice. Thank you.
Right? Keep next week. Okay.
Sentient
beings are numberless, we vow to save them. Desires are inexhaustible, we vow to end them. The dharmas are boundless, we vow to master them. The Buddha's way is incomparable, we vow to attain it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. You